All of our local, regional and international viewers and listeners, thank you kindly for choosing us. A very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Singh Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, absorb, have your pen, have your paper, have your phone, so you could take important numbers and notes that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, Hisham Costello, on behalf of our team, I'd like to wish each and every one of you a wonderful day today. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Thursday, the 23rd of November, 2023. So to all of those in North America, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving Day. I trust you'll have a beautiful day with your friends and family, you know, interacting, having some fun time, creating beautiful moments and memories to come, and of course wonderful delicious dishes together. Yeah, let's go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo, and our quote says, "Two things define us: our patience when we have nothing, and our attitude when we have everything." Two things define us: our patience when we have nothing, and our attitude when we have everything. And I think this is so powerful because it really applies to who we are in life and what we're all about. Our patience when we have nothing, in order to understand that we have the patience and clear thoughts to move forward, and our attitude when we have everything. Your attitude in life could make you or break you. This is so very important. So that came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Remember to check them out today, and remember that the Fab India Expo, they've got deals, daily deals. They're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. safe and secure parking. Check them out. All right, this morning I'm in conversation with an author, and that of course is Mr. Mukesh Singh, and he's a gentleman I've known for many years. Now, I never knew that he was an author, and I only recently found out that he wrote two books, Living a Life of Love, and the other, Poetry Under the Big Tree, a collection of beautiful poems. Now, poems are there to really motivate us, uplift us. It would give us insight into things, and it could really bring about a bit of sunshine to our lives as well, and help us to make better decisions and choices. And I like to say it's like a bouquet of beautiful words that you put together to send a very powerful message. Mukesh, good morning.
Good morning and welcome.
Nice to have you with us this morning.
I'm delighted, happy to be here as well.
Now, Mukesh, before we start, you know, and you talked to us about these delightful books, I went through and you know, I read some of the poems, and I must say, I was wow, and really, what the thought that came to my mind is that we've got talent among us that we don't know, and simply I've known you, I've known you, but I never knew you had this talent, this great gift to take a pen, put it to paper, but just not write, but write inspiring and motivating words and poems that would come together beautifully, that would give a very positive message. So the message today would be, each and every one of us, we are blessed.
We are blessed.
We've got a blessing.
That's right.
We've got a gift. We've got to find it and utilize it. I'd like to go down memory lane. When did you recognize, hey, I love to write, but I have thoughts in my mind and I want to put it to paper, and I want to allow it to grow and to blossom into something that could be inspiring? When did you, at what age or stage of your life did you recognize?
All through my life, I always liked words, playing around with words. I liked, even elementary school, I liked word study.
What area are you from?
Tablan.
Stable.
Yeah.
What was the first school that you attended?
Robert Village Hindu School.
Robert Village
Yeah.
Hindu.
I didn't like too much maths and I always liked English.
So you were good in English. It was
Very
your
good.
strength.
I went back and in IBIS college I did get a higher grade in English.
Yeah, excellent.
So I always had a passion with words in
Yeah.
college, but I always wanted to someday be a writer. And that gift struck in COVID time, during COVID time.
Okay, but when you were a child, you were good in school.
School, yeah.
You were very good with regards to English, the
Yes.
language. You loved it, so you
Yes.
had a part. Because you know, in children, you notice
Yeah.
where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. And so, did your parents or your siblings recognize that you had a talent?
No, they didn't. I recognized that myself.
Yourself.
And I didn't even tell anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell my wife even when I got married too.
Really?
But I had it when I reached in COVID time, I
Yeah.
tell her. But I get the inspiration from God.
Did you charm your wife? Did you charm your wife with lovely words?
Well, yeah, I write about it in the book. The poem I write for her too. The
Yeah.
poet's wife.
Very nice.
Yeah, so she gave me the encouragement, but I must say I get the inspiration from inception from God.
Very
So it's a
nice.
gift, I would say it's a gift.
Yeah.
Because it's long and write, but it takes about over 2 years to write these 203 poems.
Yeah.
This
it's a
smaller
lot.
book take about 1 or 2 months, not long, but this is small. But the poems,
months.
yeah, small, this was small. But the poems, 203 poems, took a long time.
Of
A lot of
course.
sleepless nights.
But it was worth it in the end.
Worth it. But
The
this
reward is
morning
there.
I just get up and I have to
I
write a
know,
poem.
and you sent something
I have
for
to write a poem
me.
for Z.
You did?
Yeah, I did. 5 o'clock is when I wrote that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read it a little later on.
Yes, you can read it.
Mukesh, you have your strength in other ways. You're also career oriented. You're known throughout the country. There's no hidden surprise, especially in the world of media. You're known in sales.
And Tobago too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where you get the bulk of your income from.
Yeah.
You decided, I would say this. You just mentioned it was during the time of COVID.
Yeah.
And perhaps you were in a relaxed mood, you were home.
Yeah.
And so you decided, I'm going to consume my time
Yes,
wisely.
yes.
I'm going to do
And decided to
something
put
that
pen
I've
to
always
paper.
wanted to do.
Pen to paper, yeah.
And I've recognized that it was a lot of people, including myself. That's when I took a leap to say, I'm going to work for myself. I'm
Yeah.
going to be my own boss.
Yeah.
So, and everybody thought, what are you doing? It's COVID, it's shut down.
Yeah.
But I took that leap.
Yeah.
I believed in myself.
Right.
And I had, a bunch of people that said, I'm going to support you, one being my husband. The thing is, so you found the time during COVID and you started writing.
I started, this is the
Living a
first
Life
book I
of
wrote,
Love.
Living a Life of Love.
Yeah. I want to talk, before we get into the book, I want to talk about some of the challenges you face. Because to put a pen to paper, it's easy to write a lovely collection and have a lot of poems, but to have it printed, mark it, get it out there, because you've got to get something in return. What are some of the challenges that
Some
you
of the
face?
challenges were, sometimes I felt like giving up, to find the right words and, it takes a lot of thinking and rethinking.
Yeah.
To really put these things. The first book I was writing,
Right.
I wasn't sure if I was on the right path.
Yeah.
Um,
Was there anyone that guided you?
no, I guide
Really?
myself.
Wow.
I try to do it by myself.
Did you have an editor assigned?
Well, I have an editor. My daughter-in-law is my editor.
Your
My son-in-law,
daughter-in-law?
yeah, they are degrees graduates. They're very good.
Nice.
Son-in-law too is in, so it's internal. They edit the books and everything.
So it's a family affair.
The family now, I get them into it now.
That's nice.
They like it.
That's beautiful.
So, and they are qualified. My son's degrees and they're very qualified.
You were fortunate enough, or you are fortunate enough to have your family that could intervene,
Yeah.
that could help
They support,
develop,
fully support.
that could be part of,
Of
it.
course,
That
of-
support is
of course.
important. But any other challenges, as a person who has a gift in the arts of writing, because I am sure there are lots of people out there who are looking at this show or listening at this time and they're saying, I've always wanted to write. I've always had a way with words. I've always wanted to do it, but I'm afraid to take that leap. I'm afraid to challenge myself.
Well, one of the challenges is words. You remember dealing with words. So the dictionary was my best friend.
Yeah.
So I will literally go into the dictionary and just read and get proper words, the spelling of words. You know?
And pronunciation.
Because in books
well.
they're supposed to have the right spelling.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was one of my challenges, to get the right words, to put the right word. But I also try to all my poems and this book, I try to put it in not too much big words where a little child can read it.
Simple.
Simple words.
But yet effective.
Simple but effective.
Right.
I didn't get into the big words yet, but later on I'll get in some more bigger words. But I try to make these words as simple as possible. My grandson read this book.
That is nice. That's nice. What inspires you?
Living a life of love. Well,
yeah.
Because
this is about love.
Yes. Well, when you look around today, Zelisa, and Trinidad and Tobago, our own country, you see where love is missing. It's looked like not in the 70s when I was growing up. Love was all around. Somewhere we miss love along the way. It's missing more now. We need more love in Trinidad and Tobago. Our nice, beautiful country. Every day I pick up the papers, is somebody killed somebody, somebody robbed somebody. Too much.
Yeah. We're living in times where we question, is love really real?
Yeah.
And I'm talking not just about love between a man and a woman,
no.
or between parents and children. I'm talking about love just being love for your neighbor, love for a friend, love for a partner,
your workplace.
A workplace.
Well, this explains all that. They show the different application of
and
love.
the thing is, there's just so much deceit.
Yeah.
There's so much pain, because let's now talk about the love between a man and a woman. Let's talk about that love, the love that you had at first sight. And there's something that in here about love at first sight that I want to talk about, that was that caught my attention.
You want my experience?
Because there is love. Initially, you see that person, and you know.
Yeah.
This is there is a connection, there's a spark, there's an energy. And it's not something that is physical. Because in most times, and I think that's where problems occur when it comes with love, is that you fall in love with the external. You follow? You fall in love with the beauty, with the form, but do you fall in love with the soul? And then when that relationship starts, then you try to find friendship. Then you try to find a common goal. You follow what I'm saying? And
well, there are temptations.
And then you fall in love, Mukesh.
Yeah.
And then in that love, there is deceit.
Yes.
There is hurt. There is pain. There is disappointment. Disenchantment. Not expecting that person that you fell in love with would give your all, would hurt you, would deceive you. So that love now turns into hate. Yeah?
Yes.
Let's talk about your love. Let's talk about the first time you saw your wife.
Well, that's a loaded question. Now, I had a lot of friends before.
Okay.
Of course. But there was something I was looking for in a woman. First to begin, I want a smart woman on my side. Okay. Because I'm going for the long haul. Because I'm married 40 years now, the same woman.
Congratulations.
40 years. We made on the 8th of May.
Congratulations.
And I wanted children.
Yes. You wanted a family.
I wanted a family. So nice. I was looking for a special woman. And I'm from Tableland, and I never know whether I find a girl right up on my side.
Yeah.
I was looking more south, Port Spain, all over the place. So I was all over in Trinidad. I worked in Ilamasi.
Right.
So it had a school bazaar. And my mother told me to go to it. And here's where I find my wife. And when I saw her...
So you were at a school bazaar. How old were you then?
I was about 22.
You're young.
She was 18.
Oh.
But I knew her, she was going to college and whatnot, and I know she going...
What set her apart from the others? Because you said you had a lot of friends, which is fine.
Well...
but we're going to talk about that when we return. Let's go to these important messages. When we return, we're going to continue our conversation with author Mukesh Singh. when we return. Stay with us.
Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from December 1st to 31st. Get ready.
Final! The India Install Expo opposite the Center of Excellence will definitely be closing on Sunday 19th of November. Take advantage of final few days. Whatever is left, all goods must sell. The India Install Expo in Mokoya definitely closing on Sunday the 19th of November.
Fab India Expo opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas will be closing on Monday, November 27. Final few days. Complete family shopping, multi-cuisine food court, arcade and so much more. Fab India Expo closing on November 27 from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Are you ready to own your own home? But worried about time, money, and construction? We handle it all. With Docs, you can sleep in your dream. Make a down payment of $100K or $150K and we'll build a 2 or 3 bedroom home on your unused land. A home is an investment into your future, so let's help you invest wise, invest well. Payment plans available. We're only a call away.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. Today I'm in conversation with an author, a gentleman, and his name is Mr. Mukesh Sur Singh, and he wrote 2 books, Living a Life of Love and Poetry Under the Big Tree. Now, we're going to talk, and the reason I'm talking to you about your personal relationship, it's because the first book you wrote is about living a life of love. Yeah. You've been married for 40 years.
40 years.
40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment in these times. And so you've got the correct formula, I would say. So it's important.
My eldest son is 39.
So it's important we take a page out of your book and apply it. I want to read this that came in from one of our viewers. All right, and of course, if any one of you would like to send any messages or any questions you would like to ask, be part of the program, you're welcome to do so. Just simply send your WhatsApp messages to 384-7142. That's 384-7142. Send your WhatsApp messages and I'll read it. But this came in from one of our viewers, and it says, I would love to meet this gentleman, since the greatest word in the world for me, I do write poems, but I am scared to move forward, plus time and guidance. Proud of you, Mukesh. It came in from an elderly lady who is a loyal and ardent listener and viewer to the program.
Okay.
How do you feel about it? And this is why I said it's important that you share your story, because I'm sure that there are people out there listening and looking would have had this dream, this desire of writing. They know they have the art, but they're hesitant. There's something that's holding them. You did not allow, you broke barriers and you said, well, you know what, despite what, I'm going to put pen to paper and I'll start writing. Right? So I'm happy that you're here and knowing that you are inspiring people out there. I want to go back to the relationship with regards to your personal relationship of life. And perhaps it is because of that relationship over the years that you could abstract, you could pull, and you could write, that you would be inspired.
To come back to the wife, so I met her there. I fell in love with her here.
Her hair?
Yeah, she had nice wavy hair, pretty hair, long hair. I like women with long hair.
Okay.
And wearing dress. I do like to see a woman wearing no pants.
A lady should be okay.
With dry dressing. And you get the feeling from the heart.
Yeah.
This is the woman for you.
Yeah. Because.
But of course, time will tell you. You know, and
I'll say this, sir. You could be in a place with 1 million people and you're still lost, you're still lonely, and there is a void in your heart.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it takes that one person to ignite that flame within you, bring the color of life together, and that would make that connection to know this is the person that's meant for me, and this is the person I'd like to be with. Yeah?
So it was nice. We met in 81, 82, 83 we got married. And of course we had some little disappointments in our life. Our first kids were twins, they died. As a matter of fact, I dedicate this other book to my twin girls, who died in 1st of January 1984. But that same year, we came and had a boy on the 16th of November. So our first kids were twin girls.
Yeah.
So I dedicate this book to them. This book.
Very nice.
And then, well, we started having kids, and nice, beautiful kids, and that bond the marriage together.
Children.
Then we have a girl.
That was the glue.
That's the glue. And then we have a girl. Then we have a boy again. 3 beautiful children and 3 educated children we bring forth.
Isn't that important?
So when you see, you know, when you're growing up with a marriage and you have 3 little children, when you walk away from the marriage, you have to be a madman. You stay with your family. I can't understand how men could walk away from children and a little child, and don't do that.
There are women that walk away as well.
Well, women as well too, yeah. I don't know.
There are women that walk away as well.
Of course, yeah.
And they say, this is not for me, I'm not cut out for this.
Yeah.
And
they give up too quick.
They give up.
They give up too quick.
Nothing to inspire them?
Well, as I say, I had my challenges too. I was opening a master, we get laid off.
Yeah.
But the laid off come with a payoff.
Right.
And then I experienced, I always have jobs.
Yeah.
Because I qualified myself in sales.
You didn't sit idly
No,
by.
I have 10 certificates in sales. I always qualified.
Yeah.
I'm 63 now. I never suffer for a job.
Yeah.
So people out there who suffering for jobs, they have to go back and qualify themselves. Be good at what you do. And now God bless me with being an author too. You know?
I want to read a little of this, and it says, love at first sight, adult life.
Adult life, yeah.
The love that is mentioned here is referred to as the most important love in adult life.
Yeah.
At this point in one's life, love is experienced at the highest level, yet it can be the most devastating to both parties, male and female. As such, a person may fall in love at first sight of a person and may give this opportunity all the love energy possible, which is good. But one must also realize that room for disappointment should be left open. Explain that, Mukesh.
Well, it simply means that sometimes you put out all your love.
Yeah.
One of the member of the party started to play the fool.
Yeah.
So you leave room for disappointments. It's people you're dealing with. Remember, it's 2 different people coming together, and you don't know what views, what internal views they have.
So are you saying then always learn to expect the unexpected?
Of course. There are always disappointments in life. I learned to live with disappointments. Life itself full of disappointments.
Yeah.
We can't know what's going on down the road. I don't know what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's why I live my life one day at a time. And I'm telling you, I have a very good relationship with Almighty God for the past 27 years.
Oh, I love that.
27 years, meaning that I look for God all through the day, every hour. I always pray, I meditate. So getting these inspiration to write these books It don't come from me alone. It come from Almighty God.
You're inspired by
So
God.
this morning I could get up and write a book, a poem for Zelisa.
I
I have to write
know.
at 5 o'clock this morning. And I bring it here for you.
I know, and I'm going to
I sent
read
it to
it.
you.
And I said,
That's
what?
right.
What is this?
I could
This
write
is
on
a gift.
anything.
This is
Anything. Just
brilliant.
give me some facts and I could write any poem for you. I am telling you that. I have faith in myself.
Why did you choose to write this first book with regards to love?
Well,
and telling people about understanding, about making room or expecting the unexpected, that love is real.
Love is
It's
real.
an experience. And I think love, once you've experienced it, you know, you experience it in different ways, but we all express it in different ways as well.
Yeah.
And the fact is, if you love someone deep within your soul, do you ever fall out of love with that person?
No. Stay. Try to keep it. You do your
Even
best.
if that person hurt you, and even though you're disappointed in the choices or actions of that person, do you fall out of love?
Well,
could that love turn to hate?
It
Does it turn to hate?
It could, because people could change it. But
Yeah.
what you do, you give your best. Now you have to remember to better than your best. You cannot do it.
Exactly.
At least, if it has shown any magic, you tell him, Daddy
in your
tried.
heart you give
You
your
try your
all.
best.
Yeah.
And she's still leaving for somebody with more money or some kind of thing like that. Or,
Yeah.
or person have a nice car or what, a better house.
People make
go for
choices
material
for
things
many.
too, eh?
People make choices
Yeah.
for different reasons
Yeah,
and
people
things.
go for
You're
material
very
things.
correct. Yeah.
People go for material things.
Yeah. But then there's a point where you say to yourself, I have my integrity.
Yeah,
I have my character.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Yeah,
and I'm
move
going
on.
to draw the
Yeah,
line.
you could draw the line and move on.
Because then when you allow that person into your space and into your life, and it becomes toxic, or
Toxic.
it takes the better of you, and it steals your joy, and it's creating you to become a monster, or you to become somebody that you're not, then that's not worth it.
But this book have all of that. Toxic relationship, everything in this book. If somebody read this whole book, it change your whole life. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I've read some of it,
Toxic.
and I must say
Now,
that it was quite
whenever a
inspiring.
relationship is toxic, you
Yeah.
get out of it.
Yeah,
Within the first 6 months, or even less,
yeah.
you could know somebody, you know. You could know.
But isn't there a discerning spirit, and there's a saying that you know the end from the beginning? Because you do. If in the beginning there are questions to certain things and you see red flags, do you just not know the ending?
Well, you know, really watch out for the red flags too. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Could we be blinded and not see those red flags?
You could be blinded because, well, I'll tell you with me. All my life I work in Port of Spain.
Right.
I live in Cape Town.
Yeah.
I live 3 o'clock in the morning. I only see my children on weekends.
Yeah.
And
Because
there's
your
a certain
commitment.
amount of level of trust to it.
Yeah.
And my wife she's very strict. She's motivated. She was focused on her kids, education and whatnot. She know what I want.
Well, she respects herself.
I'm the Minister of Finance. I bring in fine money.
She respects herself.
Yes.
She respects her husband and the institution of marriage and family. You know, that is what defines a good woman. And a woman out of character with regards to having no respect
Yeah.
for the institution of marriage,
Yeah.
then you lose all respect for such a woman.
But from the beginning, my wife was know I was ambitious too because just 8 months into our marriage, I had my own house.
Yeah.
So I was always concerned about family life and want my own place and whatnot. From beginning, she was independent.
Yeah.
So she knew independence. And money was no problem. I had a good job. I always have good jobs.
You were a good provider.
A good provider, so to speak.
Yeah, a good
So I'll give her money. She'll have money, everything. She do what she have to do. She know what she have to do. She know what I want.
Yeah.
And I wanted educated children. And we got them.
Nice.
Children with degrees.
Very nice.
Very good children.
And I think people don't ask you how much money you have in the bank.
No, I don't worry about
People
money.
don't
At
ask
this
you how
age,
much
I don't
money
worry
you
about
have in the
money.
bank, you know what they ask you?
Yeah.
So how many many children you
How many children you have?
what your children doing.
Yeah.
Because children are a reflection of
you
their
money.
parents.
They do ask you bank
What you
account.
inculcate, what you teach,
What
how
you
you
do.
help develop that child, to me, is your greatest accomplishment.
No, it's what you did for your country, what you leave as a legacy for people to read.
Beautiful.
When I pass on, people read this book still.
They
That's why I
will
want.
remember.
I haven't written about 10 books again now. Right now, a new book coming out, Jessica and Jeremy next.
What
next
is,
year.
so you'll give us a little sneak about that.
Yeah, until this one.
When we return.
Yeah.
Let's go to these important messages. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mukesh Sur Singh, author. Let's go to these messages.
Charan's Bookstore. For all your school books, stationery items, uniforms, shoes, board games, toys, and much more. Visit them at any of their 3 branches located at 24 Eastern Main Road, Quezay, San Juan. Telephone number 675-9024 or 675-3607. 53 Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, 663-1884, 663-1476, or 645-3878. Trin City Mall, Trin City. Contact them at 640-3155.
Calm down, calm down.
Check out Charan's Bookstore.
Looking for an adventure? Then come to Massa Nature Park. There are scenic spaces for picnics, adults and kids swimming pools, apartments for rent, huts for cooking, liming, and beautiful nature trails for hikes. Business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Conveniently located at Brasso, Grand Couva. Contact us at 777-4531 or 335-0183. Let the fun begin. Tile Expression Limited, the #1 leader in tiles. Large stock, unbeatable prices, wide variety of porcelain tiles, ceramic tiles, wall and floor tiles, residential and commercial, granite and quartz countertops. Best quality from Spain, Italy, Brazil, India and China. Tile Expression Limited, conveniently located Monroe Road, Kunapir. Telephone 693-0015 or 223-TILE.
The San Juan Business Association presents its 33rd Christmas dinner and dance. Live entertainment with a premium all-inclusive bar on Saturday, 9th December at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute for Cultural Cooperation, Uriah Butler Highway, Mount Hope, from 7 p.m. Contribution $650. For more information, call 775-6797 and 770-7473.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. Thanking you kindly for choosing us, for staying with us, allowing us to answer those unanswered questions, to ignite that flame within you, to inspire you. I'm in conversation with the author of 2 books thus far in his life, and his goal is to continue to write. And I'm speaking of Mukesh Sur Singh. I've known Mukesh as a salesperson for a couple of years, but you know, I never knew he was an author. And when I found out, I mean, we had a conversation about his other dreams coming to life with his gift of, you know, putting pen to paper and writing these wonderful books. The first book he wrote, Living a Life of Love, and it's about love. It's about life and love and experiences and things like that, that I found to be quite profound.
Yeah.
This other book, however, Poetry Under the Big Tree, a collection of beautiful poems. It's about life.
Yeah. life.
and the lessons of life.
And
like
life
you say,
experiences. This is
like
what-
you said,
Life.
it can really inspire.
Yes.
You decide you want to kill yourself, and you
106.
read this
Read
book.
poem 106.
This book could help you
change your
make a
mind. It will
decision.
change your
I
mind.
want to live. Why take my life?
Only they contact me
and many
directly.
others. Yeah.
Will change your mind.
Mukesh, the big tree. Why the big
The
tree?
big tree, though,
Is it because of the tree of life?
yeah, well, what happened, the big tree is, my wife and I, we have a special love for Tobago. When we got married, the first place we went for honeymoon is in Tobago.
Yeah.
And every year after that, we went to go at least 2 times, 3 times. Now we go about maybe 10 times for the year. So this tree here is taken on the hill in Scarborough.
Okay.
And my son-in-law, I tell him, take this picture from him, because he's my editor. So I tell him we're going to name the book after this tree, the poetry under the big tree.
Yeah. I like that.
And we'll say, okay.
It's nice.
he's my editor.
It's quite tasteful.
Yeah.
And when I saw the big tree, I felt,
Yeah.
well, then it covers about, when you think or when you look at a big
Yeah.
tree or you think of it, you think about life.
Yeah.
You think about roots
Yeah.
in terms of a solid
big
foundation
tree
and the
growing.
branches,
Branches
of life.
and the whole tree is green.
So it's nice, and I'm
Nice.
happy that this inspired you. I
But
want
also
you-
too, Zelisa,
Yeah.
well, as you see here, right in the back here, when I was in primary school, we used to
Yeah.
go where the mango tree is still there. We used to go to the back of the rubber village in the school and sit under the tree and be reading poems and
Yeah.
poetry. So all that bring back.
So
to the
there's a little
memories. So
connection
see a
with
connection, I brought it back
trees.
here.
Yeah, very
The
nice.
trees, nature.
Part of your life.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. So it brought back that.
Some of the things that you wrote about is discipline your mind, don't give up on life, being hungry, and no hidden secret. Our country, we are facing difficult times.
Yeah.
I would say we're in a gray mood in terms of challenges that our citizens are facing. And I know that firsthand because I get the calls, I
Yeah.
get the messages
Of course.
of people who don't know where their next meal is coming from, don't know where their next dollar is coming from, how they're going to pay their mortgage. People who lost everything,
Shucks,
hit
right.
rock bottom and just don't know it's difficult, it's
Right here in
trying
Trinidad.
times. Right here in Trinidad. And I think one of the lessons that I learned and I really saw how people live, there were 2 experiences. A couple of years ago, I did a toy drive in the Rio Claro area. And it was then that I realized I didn't know that people were still living in galvanized homes and latrines. They were using outdoor toilets and baths. And that was really very shocking to me,
Yeah.
that I didn't think people in Trinidad and Tobago in this day and age would still live like that.
Yeah.
When we were hit with the floods last year, which was around Christmas time,
Yeah.
we also went out to feed food and give relief and things like that.
Okay.
And I also saw the deep pain and devastation, and I saw how people were living still. And that's when I realized, or could then now relate when people say I have nothing, or I'm
everything.
living in poverty. I could understand because I saw it firsthand, and I hear it from people when they send me their messages. Water needed by everyone. It's sad that in the year 2023, that people still don't have water in their homes. They're still struggling. They can't cook. They can't flush their toilets. They can't bath their kids. They can't, they have to find bottled water to cook. They can't clean their homes.
Well, I think I
They
read a
can't
poem on that
wash.
too, but
Yeah, I saw it here, and that's why.
so many poems I write, I forget what I write.
Yeah,
But,
well, you
I'll
did.
tell you
Water
something.
needed by
I'll tell
everyone.
you something about it, usually. If I get into water problem now in Trinidad,
Yeah,
I'll get into politics. I don't want to go into the politics
Yeah.
right now.
yeah. Save
Water is
it.
a serious thing in Trinidad.
It's
Up
serious.
in Tableland there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was for 70 days without water. Thank God I have 5 tanks.
Yeah,
And the 5 was empty.
yeah. It's terrible.
You know we get water? I pray to God. And I get some water.
Yeah.
Just a total waste of time.
Saving for a rainy day.
Saving for
You
a
see,
rainy
these
day.
are lessons about
Yeah.
life. Teaching people how to save, the importance of even if you have $5 you save. You know, I teach my child about saving, and I think it's important.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's important that we teach our children
Manage your
about
money, yeah.
how to budget,
Yeah.
how to work with a budget.
Yeah.
Because these are lessons of life. If we don't teach them now, they're going to have problems in the future in terms of spending.
The thing about it is, you do have to be have a big income to reserve. I never really work on a big money. Is medium size, normal money.
You work.
I make it. I work. I get money. Whoever I get paid. I never worry about that. Who I underpaid or whatever. But I was getting experience, and I know one day I get a breakthrough. And I did get a breakthrough in LMRC. I became a supervisor.
Isn't that
and then
nice?
the money started flow.
Mukesh, isn't that nice?
Forget about who making money.
Isn't that nice? And I love that you said that, because it's the power of knowing what you could do without worrying what everybody else is saying or what everybody else have. Isn't that beautiful?
I was never unemployed, because when you have little children, you never forget about you're getting smaller. The same money will work. It will work. You have to make it work. You have to make the little work, because nobody pay right now. Nobody pay no big money, and you work for. But you know, the economy is bad. The economy is bad.
The economy is bad.
Yeah, even to get ads now, it's hard. You go and tell them money about 20,000, you could pelt it down. Yeah, especially Christmas time now, they say they're keeping the money for bonus.
Just out of Diwali.
Yeah, out of Diwali. All I think they always have a holiday in Trinidad. Always something coming up, but you have to make the little work. That's the summary of the story.
What do you say? Why did you write about committing suicide? What is your message?
The message, and so anything I write in that 13 paragraph is that, well, the message is, don't do it. Don't ever, that never come across my mind, suicide. I never even think about, I love life. Believe me, I love life. So I wouldn't think about that. But I guess it's people who do have a relationship with Almighty God. That is the first point. You must have if you have a solid relationship with Almighty God, how suicide could enter your mind? If you let me say it's love. If somebody fall out of love with you, you're going to kill yourself, huh?
There are more fish in the sea.
I'd say so. There are a lot of more fishes in the sea.
When a door closes.
Sometimes people, well, I don't like people doing that, but sometimes you pick somebody, a man or a woman to marry or whatever. It's not the right person for you. Somebody pick wrong.
Wrong fit, yeah.
I pick right. I know I pick right.
Right.
Because we done 40 years.
Yeah.
I'm 63 years. We good there.
Yeah.
We good.
That's nice. I think it's very comforting to know
Yeah,
that you
we
have
good.
that trust and faith in that
If I wanna
solid
go anywhere,
relationship.
my daughter will tell me, look, Daddy, what happened to you? Son will say, what happened to you? So I have big people around me now. And my grandson there too. You understand? I'm nice grandson, 2 grandsons too.
Yes, very nice.
So I'm okay coming to marriage.
You are
I'm
okay. You are
Very
okay.
okay.
But you had some very strong messages for
Right,
people
that's
who
why I
are,
want to send out
who
messages
are
to
not
people.
okay.
I am
And I
sending out
think
messages to
it's
people
important that
who are not
people
okay.
understand if you're not
That's
okay,
right.
you will be okay. This moment will
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah.
This day will pass. This feeling that you're feeling will pass. And you may feel all doors are closing on you, but there is a master plan and another door is waiting to open for you. But first, you need to let go of that hurt, let go of that pain, let go of that baggage, have full faith and trust, and it will happen in God's timing. Isn't it? Isn't that the truth?
That's right. Because the point about it, if you're in a toxic relationship, if you're married to a woman or if you're married to a man and he's toxic or she's toxic, and you are not toxic, and they want you to be toxic, that's a hard role to play, because you're not like that, and they want you to be like that, and you can't be like that. Why should you be like that? Just to get out of that
Well, you're living a lie. You're living a lie, and you're robbing your own self of life. You're robbing your own self of life and happiness and peace. It's too late.
So come out of that toxic relationship. Say, sweetheart, this is not for me. I gone.
Yeah.
Better yet, you could move out if there's no churn and anything.
Yeah.
Or you could still move out, pay your maintenance.
And you know,
maintain your child.
Maintain it. You may leave, but you know you have the responsibility of your children.
And
they're yours for life.
Who will give you good.
Somebody who will elevate you. Somebody who will lift you up.
Lift you up.
Somebody who will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that's another problem.
Right.
Yeah. People feed people who are vulnerable, telling them things that they want to hear that will be good for their ego. But that's not going to work. You need to have people to be frank and honest with you and say X, Y, Z is the situation.
They must be on the same page.
They must be on the same page to recognize and strong enough to tell you this is wrong. Get on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is it come back to Zelisa, is a level of trust. Now, if my wife go on my phone, the amount of women on my phone, men, women, clients, beautiful women, men, old lady, old men.
Yeah.
She might go by, but all of them is clients, good customers, very good friends. I know where to draw the line.
Mukesh, do you know that there are many husbands and wives do not allow their husbands or wives to touch their phone?
No, she could go on my phone. I have nothing to hide.
Let's go to these messages. Of course, if you have any comments, please feel free to send us your messages to 384-7142. That's 384-7142. Let's go to these messages.
Mid-Center Mall Christmas Flea Market from December 1st to 31st. Get ready.
Final! The India Install Expo opposite the Center of Excellence will definitely be closing on Sunday 19th of November. Take advantage of final few days. Whatever is left, all goods must sell. The India Install Expo in Mokoya definitely closing on Sunday the 19th of November.
Fab India Expo opposite Medford Gas Station, Shogunas will be closing on Monday, November 27. Final few days. Complete family shopping, multi-cuisine food court, arcade and so much more. Fab India Expo closing on November 27 from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. including weekends.
Super quality supermarket. Best quality and great prices. Get your fresh fruits, vegetables and meats. It's a one-stop shop for the most affordable groceries, baby items, kitchen supplies, bathroom accessories, car care supplies, pet food, toys and lots more, all at Super Quality Supermarket. Wide aisles, fully air-conditioned and secured parking. 3 locations nationwide: Couva Car Park, Couva, 98 Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and 47 Tissue Drive, Trincity. Super Quality Supermarket.
Welcome back to the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Mukesh Shiv Singh. He's an author, and today he's talking to us about life, the experiences and challenges we face. And of course, that is what really inspired him to put pen to paper and of course deliver these 2 beautiful books. A must read. I've got to say, very, very inspirational and inspiring. I want to read this, Mr. Sunaran, and it says, "Good morning, Zelisa. Very interesting program. It's not so easy to let go, especially when you're not independent. But I must say, God's work is slow but sure." That's the answer you've got. God's work is slow but sure. Now, we may think God's work is slow, but there's a time and place for everything, and a reason and a purpose. You follow what I'm saying? What do you say to this person? Because you're right, there are people who, it's easy for us to sit here, me to sit here as a woman and say, well, get out if he beaten you, if you're not happy and you're not being treated well. But I'm not in that person's shoe.
It's true.
I'm not living that life. And what is important is that this person said, especially when you're not independent. I've always been very independent. I've never depended on anyone. Maybe I've been spoiled, but I haven't been dependent. You know, I've always been very independent. And I don't ever want to reach the point where I have to be dependent.
I would say it's really hard to when people are dependent.
Yeah. And for many reasons,
So
lack of money, lack of education, they don't know where they're going to go with their kids.
So
their parents are saying to them, you're in a house, look, whatever, you're paying the bills, you have food, why are you leaving? But they're getting licks morning, noon and night. Bless morning, Z. Interesting program as usual. As the author said, once you know God is real and cannot lie, things will change, because with God all things are possible. Just as you hang in there without sponsorship, and now you have one of the most popular talk shows. Oh, thank you, and you're correct. I truly admire you, Z. You lost your husband. I did. You lost your husband early on the program, but you never gave up. No matter how you were feeling, you came out. God is good. God has been great, and God will continue to be great. And it doesn't matter if I hit rock bottom. God will allow me to hit rock bottom for a reason. But I know with determination, God will lift me again. That's my faith and trust in God. That's what I'll say.
Okay, so look, we have it right here. You've been through, your husband died.
He died.
Right. You must be depressed for a little while, but you have life goes on, right?
I had my daughter.
Right, you had a daughter.
I have my daughter. She inspires me. She motivates me. I'm alive.
So we have it right here.
I have to live for her.
You could relate to massive depression. And if you went down that depression lane, you could be somewhere else. You couldn't be running this business. You couldn't be sitting here to have conversations with Zelisa. So you move on. You grieve for a while, and you must grieve, but you move on. And then you're an independent woman, so you move forward.
Yeah.
But dependent women or dependent men, it's problems, it's more or less they gotta stay on it until they vent out ease by God's grace. It's really hard, eh?
It is hard. This woman, this lady, really.
Because we looking out here, we say leave, but leave and go where if you have 5 or 5 children. You can't go where? So they'll stay there. It's hard for some of these women to take these licks. I mean, my heart goes out to these single parents. So some of them
I understand that it's not easy being a single parent. It's not easy being a single parent. Yeah. You have to be mother, father, provider, everything.
It's hard, eh?
And you have to be able to put a full stop into certain things and wear that mummy hat. Despite whatever you are going through, whether it's financial problems, whether it's situations that are challenging. But I think that's when you have to realize this is getting the better of me. It's not worth my integrity and my sanity. Let it be, and things will work out eventually.
There are a lot of single parents who brought up very educated children too. Eh?
Very much.
Just one day I went in Napa for my son was graduating a degree and my daughter was graduating a degree too. And you could hear the voices coming out and the people crying out, that's my son, you know. And hear people say, I was single parent and look where he is, you know, they're glad their children reached somewhere.
Yeah.
So single parent can do it too.
I applaud. I know many women who sell sugar cake and sweet bread and whatever it took because the fathers are abandoned and gone. And I know those kids are lawyers and doctors today because they really invested all they had into their kids. And I applaud women and men like that who didn't give up.
Look, I'm into sales. I always into sales. I like sales, but none of my children into sales. They're engineers.
Yeah, nice.
They choose their different things. Daddy, we don't like sales. Okay. But I have a passion for other things. Sales do other things. I write in books.
You write in the books. What are we going? I know you told us a little bit. You gave us a little insight that you're writing a book this time.
Well,
not based on poems.
No. This is a novel on
Tell us about
two young people, Jessica and Jeremy. That book will be released in early 2024. Just to put it together now with my editors and.
Can you give us a little insight?
Well, it's about two people chasing love directions, and at the same time chasing life directions. So life and love getting caught up. I don't want to say too much in it because...
No, but that's nice, and I think it's
a nice
important,
book.
especially for young people, because when the courting season is over, and the honeymoon is over, and the actual marriage starts to take birth, living together, it's different. It's not the same, because life begins there, in the sense that now you have your goals together, your challenges, the things you want to work to develop together as a family. And if people cannot deal and cope with that, and they keep running back by mommy and daddy, or mommy and daddy getting involved in their business and causing couture, let them be. Let them develop.
This book deals with all of that, where the guy was, they fell in love, and then they fall out of love. But then he went and reformed himself and come back to the same girl. She realized he come back changed.
Better.
And she take him and she married him and they have kids.
Improved and better.
So it's a whole...
Gosh, we're looking forward to this.
A nice story, a nice story.
Looking forward to that. Mukesh, for those who would like to get copies of these books, how can they...
You can contact me at 764-3232.
Okay, so that's 7...
64...
Yeah.
3232.
This morning at 5 o'clock I got this, all right? It says, radio and TV stations, U975 FM Synergy TV. It's great to have a radio and TV stations for the nation. Life is made happier and easier, and this is also complemented and widely accepted by social media. Media, as we all know, is the process by which information is sent to the reading, viewing, and listening audience. From us media personnel with great ability and patience. Most time, getting videos and audios and fresh news as incidents happens can be very challenging and dangerous for media personnel. However, for the love of their career and country, they go the distance so that citizens can be up to date with news daily. Entertainment on a lighter note is widely welcomed on TV, radio, and social media. This adds extra joy to both kids and adults who love listening and viewing all games, musical activities, and their favorite artists. This is from poem by Mukesh Singh. You did this?
I did that in 15 minutes. I did that for you.
Thank
15 minutes. While I drinking my coffee this morning.
Well, you had your coffee.
I have to write something for Zelisa.
Oh.
15 minutes it took me to write it.
You are blessed. You're gifted.
Minutes. Thanks to God, Almighty God.
Yeah. What is your message, Mukesh? What is your ultimate message?
I would say to the Trinidad and Tobago, try to put more love in your life. Let's go back to the first book, love in your life. Once you have love in your life, everything will work out just fine. As my good friend Anil Beam said, always say, locate that spark of divinity in your life.
I would like to add to that.
Yeah.
I think if you love is important.
Yes, very important.
Very important. But I also think honesty is most important.
Yeah.
Honesty to God and yourself, accountability. And I think if you are honest within your soul and it becomes part of who you are and it is your disposition, then love will conquer all because of your honesty. What do you think about that?
Yes, true. Very good.
Trust. Being able to have your name that is in character. There is a song from the movie Ek Phool Do Mali. You know that song? Tujhe suraj kahuya chanda by Mana Day, and it says, by giving you my name, it will live on even after I've passed, even after I go on. It is your name and your integrity and your character that will go on. Because Mukesh, we can accumulate millions of dollars in material things.
Yeah.
And after we pass, we don't take it with us. What we take is the integrity of who we are and the choices we made in life. the name that you made for yourself. I think that's important. That's a lesson that my father and my mother always taught me. Lisa, honesty and your name is very important. Don't ever compromise that.
The quicker Trinidad and Tobago get to realize that, it would be good. And if Trinidad and Tobago ever need you, need your love, it's no. I would say to all the people with these guns, put down the guns. Just put down the guns for a month. Long time you start fighting things. Why don't you have a little fight? It'll be more enjoyable. Fight.
We've got to wrap things up. I enjoyed this conversation with you, Mukesh, and I want to thank you for taking the time. And I want you to know that you are blessed.
Yeah.
And I see that spark within you that you are ready to help others. Yeah. That's your nature. May God bless you. May you continue to grow from strength to strength. And thanks again. And I trust and hope we'll have other conversations about the lessons of life. This is where we've got to wrap things up today. And so we're reminding you, we do have a repeat of the program today at 3 o'clock on Synergy TV. Tell your friends, tell your family members. You can always go on Facebook, like it and share, because it's a beautiful conversation. Here's reminding you that with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much for choosing us. I am Zelisa Budu Singh Rupani. Have yourselves a great day today. Be blessed, be safe.